Right, good morning, Fit Fam. Coach Sam.
Coach Randy.
There we go. So today we are going to kick off a whole series of videos that talks about form. And to kick off the series, we're going to start with
The squat.
the squat. And why do we want to talk about the squat first? Because it is the most basic of all functional movement. It's one of the most simplest movement, but it's also the one that almost everyone is going to struggle with. So to kick it off, we're going to start with what is the proper way to do the squat. So going forward, what can they expect from the future videos on the squat?
So going forward, we can show common mistakes people make, whether it be putting their knees in too much or not keeping them extended enough, or if they round their back too much. We're going to go over common mistakes to help you improve and help you identify things you might not know what's wrong.
But today, we're just going to talk about what is
The proper form.
proper form. All right, so to start, I'm going to have Coach Sam demo. So we're going to start with standing shoulder width apart. Okay, so this is the basic squat, right? We're not going to talk about all the other different variations, just the basic squat. We're going to start with shoulder width. Make sure your toes are pointing forward as best as you can. Okay, so this is the beginning. Now, I'm going to have Coach Sam give you the side view so you can see the key part that's going on. Now, before you do the squat, you want to lift your lift your hands up. Okay, now watch this. A lot of people, when you start doing the squat, you just go straight down. We shouldn't. We should do this tilting. Okay, think about going this way. So tilt. Now, what Coach Sam is doing is he's tilting the hips back, but he's not bending forward. That's not what we want. Okay. So once you do this, the first thing you feel is that now your weight is shifting to your heels, and that's where we want it, because the entire posterior chain is going to be supported through your heels. All right. So once you get this down, the next step is to actually push the hips back, not down. And we're going to go down. And how low should you go? Your thighs should be at least parallel. Now, if you can't, that's okay. If this is, can you come up slightly? If this is as low as you can, let's stop there. But if you can, go parallel or even breaking parallel. Cool? But what we don't want to do is, can you go all the way down, please? Now, can you see this? So this syndrome is called the butt wing. We don't want that, okay? Come back up. Let me come over this side. So squat down, please. Go low. Just break parallel slightly. Now watch. The natural curve is always maintained. That's what we want, all right? Now, some people is going to bend their body forward, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I only want to show you how far should you be bending forward. Okay, are you okay? Okay.
A little breather.
No problem. Let's come back down real quick. So I want you to look at the angle on the shin. Okay, the angle of your body should be parallel to the angle of your shin. So if your body is moving forward, stand up please, thank you. That means we have a problem either with your calves, with your ankle mobility, or even tight hip flexors. But again, we will fix all those problems in the coming videos. So this is your standard squat. Now, the other thing you want to talk about is, can we do a overhead squat assessment? So, so you're gonna have your hands up, palm facing each other. Okay, let's do a squat again. So, if you can see, Coach Sam has the hands up all the time. Right? Some of you, when you squat down, you're probably going to drop your hands. That means that you have tightness in your upper body. But again, we're going to talk about how to fix that later. All right? So we're just going to talk about the proper form. So that's the side view. Is there anything else to the squat? Of course there is. Okay, we're going to have Coach Sam facing forward again. All right, now, here's another thing you want to talk about. The knees should be tracking all the way down to the center of your shoelaces, and it should be somewhere between the second and your third toe. So go ahead and do a squat. You want to think of this as a railway track squatting down. Okay? Now, if you have been to some of our classes, you will find that I always say, hey, push your knees out. And the reason I'm asking you to do that is because, can you do a knee valgus? So some of you are doing this, okay? And the reason why you're doing this is, thank you very much. The reason why you're doing this is that you do not have strong quads, okay? some part of the quads is getting lazy. So you need to be very conscious. Squat with a knee valgus again. Okay, so if you're doing this, make sure you push your knees out, but not rotating your foot. Push your knees out, maintain. This is going to elevate a lot of the pressure off your knees. So if you're doing squat, you're getting knee pain, you're getting back pain, that's because your form is incorrect. Fix this, and it's going to fix all your form.